Alright folks, how you doing? It's Alan Galang, and I'm here back with my good friend Diane from Portland, Oregon. And we're going to be talking about another skill set today that we both feel is really important. And we want Diane to be able to share it with you because obviously for you to grow, it's always best that you learn from somebody who's got the experience before you come aboard, so you can learn from their mistakes and you can learn what really works best for them so it can work best for you as well. So Diane, let's not waste any time. I know people are kind of curious as to what they're going to learn today. Why don't you start us off with a topic that you feel is so important for them to learn in order to succeed in this industry?
Okay. Well, one of the greatest skills, top skills that I think is very important is the skill of coaching. Being a good coach. And why do I think that it is so great? Because I started out in this business, which for quite a while I had a coach, but not really much of a coach, because we were told different ways of selling our product. And the thing of it is, you don't want to sell the product first, you want to sell yourself, because a business joins you, or people join you, not your business. But when I got a coach a year ago, my internet marketing business changed entirely, turned completely around, because I started learning a lot of new skills. Finding a coach that shows you more and more about this business that you never really find out on your own can save you money, time, effort, everything.
So if somebody's going to go out there and look for a good coach, I mean, you're absolutely right. It can save them time and money and effort because they'll make less mistakes. But if they're going to go look for a good coach, what's the first thing that they should be looking for in another individual for them to say, okay, well, this is the kind of person who maybe can coach me?
Well, when you were looking for a good coach, look for somebody that's got a lot of patience, because that definitely helped with me. But look for somebody that is not 10 notches above you, but knows a little bit more than you and is willing to teach you everything that they know how to do and they have learned.
So if somebody's brand new to the field, do you think that somebody who's, for them to find a good coach, should they be looking for someone who's already in the $1 million range, or should they be starting off at a smaller scale per se?
They should start off at a smaller scale, looking for somebody that's making a 5-figure income or 6-figure income, no $1 million income, because a person that is making $1 million is looking at the business in a whole different light than what you are looking at, and that's a pretty big, wide gap between what he knows and what you know, and it would be a lot harder and take a lot more time to gain or become the same person he is or they are.
Gotcha. So how do you think this is going to help a person over time? Like, they get a good coach and obviously they'll make less mistakes, they'll learn a lot more, a lot faster. But what do you think that's going to do overall for a new individual who's just starting off in this field and is looking to succeed in a shorter period of time?
Well, it will definitely give them much more confidence, because when I started off, I was only taught to buy leads and to cold call. And I'm going, okay, but it got very frustrating after a while. When you find a coach that is a couple notches ahead of you, but is going to teach you everything about the internet, about cold calling, not so much cold calling, but how to call a person, and every aspect of this business, then it is going to change you, and a new person definitely, they will stick with it. They won't want to walk away from it, and they will not get frustrated and quit.
Gotcha. So in the end, let's say somebody says, well, having a good coach sounds like fun, but maybe I'll just go out and try it on my own. What do you think somebody might lose if they don't take and acquire that skill of learning from a new coach?
Well, it is going to take them 1,000 times longer, because the heartache they're going to feel, the frustration, they will know why. That because you will not pick up all of these things overnight. You know, every successful person in this country has been coached, had some kind of a great coach, whether they were an athlete, a business person, entertainer. They all had coaches sometime in their life and sometime in their not past future. But when you say, I don't need a coach, I'm not going to try it with the coach, you're going to be looking at a lot more heartache, a lot more worry. You'll be spending a lot more money, and your results will not be there. You'll be buying hope, not getting what you really want.
Gotcha. Well, folks, you heard it from the lady herself. This is Dianne from Portland, Oregon, teaching you about coaching. Getting the right coach is obviously really important because it can save you time, heartache, valued dollars, and valued effort that would otherwise go through the window. And you know, Dianne actually picked up that idea from Tony Robbins, who said so himself. When you model a good coach, somebody who can get you to that next stage faster, by really just modeling their skills and the way that they take action. Tony's always said that you can, in many cases, achieve the kind of goals that they have in at least half the time less, because you can take more of the right steps by learning from their mistakes instead of having to go through all the mistakes by yourself and repeating the problems that they all went through. Learn from good people, just like Dianne, and 99% of the time you'll get what you want. You'll get it 10 times faster, and you'll have a lot less heartache and a lot more fun in the process. So Dianne, thanks a lot for the skill set lesson for today. Folks, if you have any questions, make sure you get back to her. Give her a call, send her an email. She won't bite you. She's a normal human being just like everybody else. The only difference is that she's the kind of lady that would never quit, no matter what the challenge, no matter what the struggle. And she's gone through a lot, folks. So recognize, if all you got was just the ability to be as persistent as her, 99% of the time you will still come out on top a lot further than somebody else who teaches you a lot of skills but teaches you very little in terms of how to follow a coach, how to be a coach, and how to be as persistent as she's learned to become. Dianne, thanks a lot for your time. Always value your time. We appreciate having you here.
Thank you, Alan, and I hope everybody enjoys the information they just received.
I'm pretty sure they have. And folks, we'll see you on the next call, next episode. Have yourself a great afternoon or a great day. I'll talk to you soon.